buddy. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Very surprised that Triumph decided to pick Vertigo. We've seen some new changes over to the B bomb site and a little bit over to a bit of the T-spawn connector between A and B. We have seen some big changes to this map, and it's going to be interesting to sort of see what we can expect from the city side, because one thing that I've sort of looked at is that we won't really see too much aggression coming out the city side, at least around the mid area with no cover being taken. But straight away, this looks to be a B split, a new addition to this map, Jay.
Spongy locking them out though, bottlenecking them in, and necking some headshots, potentially an ace against JT. No, he denies at least one good pick back, trying to look for Curry on 1 HP. He's got the 2 easy kills, but the remaining 3 are going to be tough as anything here for this man. He'll do some dag damage towards the likes of Sheikh Zulu, so he'll do enough to force them into an awkward position, but he won't be able to get these kills, I don't think, here, Dweg. He'll try his best. Taps up again, doing damage towards Junior and taking fights against Grim. He knows where Shake is. I think he knows where roughly where Junior is. Does he know where Grim is at this stage? Just tags up, damage making his way in. Grim will make his way around the corner. JT spots, but takes his headshot down. What a round, however, from Spongy in particular.
It's a great start. Some really nice headshots being hit. 4 kills for him. And for Spongy, a player that you may remember, Jay, on the quest lineup with Grim when they were actually able to beat Cloud9 in the last online major quals. That was for which I'm trying to think what event that was, like what major that was.
The Katowice, perhaps.
It was Kato. Yeah, potentially. It might have been. Yeah.
Remember that one being a particularly big sort of thing. I can't remember if it was that or Berlin. It was one of those two. How much we can guarantee. They get mopped up here on the Cloud9 side of the eco round. Curry gets a 3k of his own. But that is to be expected here against the Cloud9 side. They will basic pistols. They'll be looking towards a full-blown rifle in the coming few moments here.
I'll tell you what, some good signs for Curry as well. Being one of the newest members. One person I do want to touch on is definitely going to be Junior, the new AWPer for this lineup. So it's going to be interesting to see what he's able to bring to the table, especially on the city side of Vertigo. But so far, Jay, it's been a very good start for them. We didn't see any kind of a force buy in that second round, so it means the rifles are going to be coming up. The 5 AKs across the board for Cloud9.
All the firepower here to work with. A full-blown investment. What's coming in from the Triumph side as well, the SMGs in particular, on 3. So it does leave them in a slightly weaker position here for the Triumph side, but Cloud9 are taking it very carefully, and they haven't seen those upgrades over the rifles. Molotovs in as standard as the T's move in with the Molotovs. Towards the Grim position here. He'll burn for a little bit, still take a base and find a ton of damage towards OC with a kill coming in all the same. 4-on-4 situation, and that might force Cloud9 to back up a little bit.
I wonder if they molly this position as well for Sheikh Zula behind that sandbags area. Now this new connector coming in allows for a quicker rotate between the A and B bomb site. HU with damage on the floppy. Flashbang coming in is going to force the T's a little bit further back. It looks like they want to commit to the B bomb site. They really only have to deal with Floppy here at close range. Curry needs to try and back him up.
Flashes over Cloud9. Dealing out some damage towards the Triumph side. That Molotov will get Spongy out of play, and now they'll make their way into the B site here. The AK moving up against Curry will spot him and take his head off his shoulders. MOTM now planting down towards the default position is Junior. That's got to get forced back with the SMG. Probably best to save his head Kevlar at this moment alongside Shake with his M4. Might get themselves a buy in the next round, but Cloud9 have overwhelmed the Triumph of the defensive. In a confident Cloud9 fashion, I'd say, Dweg.
Definitely. That was very convincing. We saw some really good entries coming out to that B bomb side. And it all started off with that Molotov coming out. Unfortunately, with Spongy being low already, burns to the flames. And then we just see a really nice entry kill coming out from MOTM. And for Triumph's sake, not too successful in round number 3. They do keep 2 players alive, which means we will see the biter come out again. Goes down. Was that OC or JT? I'm not sure who that was that went down. Either one of them. It was OC, okay.
OC was on 2 HP with that one. I mean, it is still two players going down, though. 3 alive means that we're in a pretty decent position, all things considered.
And there's the AWP. Wait,
Indeed.
Spongy's orbing?
Is he the main AWP for this round team? Like
Junior has been the main AWP, so I'm surprised that Spongy is AWPing over Junior at this point. It may just be the bomb sites that they're playing, considering that Spongy's taken the AWP over to the B bomb site, and we can see Junior playing at A. So that's the only reason why I think Spongy's taking the AWP over Junior.
Continue to hold the aggressive stairs position as well. Very carefully and passively playing out from Cloud9 as they just take the faces as appropriate, and the CTs opt to fall back for the most part here. Not going too hyper-aggressive in this one. The Molotovs in as standard. Sonic going to try and push Grim further away and take control against him. Incendiary is coming back and forth. The bomb gets picked up by MOTM, and still 60 seconds to the clock for the Cloud9 hit, and they've established a ton of ramp control looking on to the A bomb site execution. And JT and MOTM. Well, that wallbang doesn't work anymore, unfortunately, mate. I don't know if you realised that update had fortified it, but either way, it will give us some information for the Triumph side to work with. As the smoke start coming in, the Cloud9 going to rotate back.
Yeah, it's a fake. They're actually going to take that bomb over to the B bomb site. And this little new update allows quicker rotations between A and B. Resmoke coming out for Junior to the ramp face. But for Triumph, they actually haven't over-rotated to the A bomb site. There's still 2 players around, and it's the AWP. Spongy's got to get first contact here.
Flashes over. MOTM with the secondary one to pump in and try and see if they can blind off Curry and Spongy. For the most part, they will, but Spongy, alone on the backside, gets the kill alongside Curry's M4 kill, with Junior also rotating out for a frag of his own. It's a 3-on-2 with the 1-for-1s going better for Triumph here. Spot out OC. They know where MOTM is as well. A 1-on-3 situation, going to fake out a kill against Junior. Try for the secondary bomb plot. Might try and see if we can force the kill on Grim as well. The time is way too low when he goes down after time and everything. So, very risky play from him. And in the end, the CT just needed 1 player to stay alive and triumphed with a very good start on this CT half. I don't know if Cloud9 are just not adapting to that mid phase as well, to be honest, because like we're seeing several players into that one, and the Cloud9 have kind of lost control every single time they've gone for it.
Good hold coming out to the B bomb site. Although it wasn't too pretty by the looks of it, they win out the gunfights and put themselves in a pretty good position. A force buy coming out for Cloud9. 3 AKs across the board. And there it is, the AWP back into the hands of Junior over to the A bomb site. So it's good to see that Spongy's not AWPing over Junior for any particular reason other than him being at the other side of the map. Oh, that's a great shot from Curry. Really impressed by this guy so far, and it's only early days, Jay.
Molotov's in against Spongy as he'll take out Floppy for a frag, a 5-on-3 situation. And Curry going to try to get that mid-face, knowing how to shut down MOTM. Grim gets OC as well, and JT is left alone here with the bomb to pick up and go on his back. And Cloud9 getting a bit of a stun shock here in this early part of the map. It is Triumph's pick, so I don't want to go too in depth in terms of like, oh hey, they're gonna, they're gonna lose a series over the back of this. But you know, it's not as one-sided as, oh sorry, it's more one-sided than I thought it would be. I thought that Cloud9 would still be able to hold a close little T-side half here on their opponent's map pick. But so far, they have struggled in the early game. There's still plenty of rounds to go here, Dwayne, but I'm feeling like Triumph are playing with much more confidence on this map than Cloud9.
It's good to see them playing with confidence. There's no doubt in my mind that they're the underdogs in this best of 3. But the fact of the matter is that this Vertigo update has really changed so much meta of the map. And all I can think is as soon as that update came out, Triumph were like, we're cracking it straight away. And for Cloud9's sake, it's looking like maybe they've put a little bit of time to it, but not much of a development like Triumph has, and that's why they've decided to go for the pick. I'm really surprised that there are going to be many teams picking this map, at least at this point. Maybe give it another 2 or 3 weeks and I can see more teams picking it.
Eco for Cloud9 for the interim here on round 6. Not looking like the best of stances for the Eco, but it is an Eco, so let it be.
Good HE.
Great HE is Incendiary's back down, getting blocked off by smokes. Molotov's back from Grim to 8 HP of JT, so taking the brunt of the utility damage here for the T side and receiving most of it from the Triumph squad. Taps up, JT and Sonic Dugo falling. OC gets MOTM. That certainly was not intentional, but AK can get picked up by Floppy. And Cloud9 just playing around this ramp position, hoping to find another kill on the Triumph side, but very few opportunities looking to go their way at this seems.
OC at least has picked up a deagle and picked up the bomb as well. And pretty much they just need some individual fights here for Cloud9. There's 2 players at this B bomb site, the AWP of Junior, and backing it up is Sheikh Zula with the AK. York going to be able to connect onto the first, and they're probably going to find out where Floppy is in a minute, and so they do. Sheikh Zula to take him down. It's actually interesting with Sheikh Zula. He's come back from being a player to a coach when he was coaching with Chaos only quite recently, and now he's come back to being a player again, IGLing this lineup. So maybe that would have been a bit of experience, being able to coach a team like Chaos, and then coming back and using some of the methods and information that he taught and maybe learned them himself to bring it over to Triumph.
Certainly the experience is working well for them, or if not the experience, something is working well for them at the moment. 5-1 up against Cloud9 with another buy to come in from the T's. And if they're able to win this one confident, then at that point I should start having some serious concerns for Cloud9, or that's what I would do at least. The Incendiaries force them back. Look at the lineup for Grim. They got them exactly where they wanted them to be there on that T side. The CTs of Triumph. They know how to play this map, it seems, you know. I kind of was surprised they picked the likes of Vertigo against a team like Cloud9, but no, they are just as formationed with these new 2 players as they were before, it seems.
It looks like it is going to be the B site attack to come out for the T's. Now, again, it is Spongy being the B site anchor. We could ask for Curry to try and back him up. Now, with MOTM getting that kill, we might actually see Curry decide to fall back and play for the retake and allow his teammates to make their way into the site.
Molotov's in, the bomb plant will be secured by OC here. 4-on-3 situation, Triumph very passive at the moment here, but I think they're waiting for those other 2 players to get into position over in the stairs area. OC's got to try and mark off those 2. Doesn't see Sheikh just yet. He'll adjust against the headshot. He will get Grim, but the double face comes in for Sheikh Zula for a kill. 2-on-2. MOTM and Floppy get the main CT forces coming in from CT spawn. And a spray up against Sheikh next. Taps up towards him, over towards the big box. And MOTM will work with the damage done by Sheikh. Oh, sorry, by Floppy, excuse me, to get Sheikh down for a 3rd kill in the round and a 2nd one for Cloud9.
And a bit of a slow start coming out from Sonic. Still yet to get on the board with a kill. But the AWP, this is the first time we've seen the AWP over in the T side of hands for OC. Let's see what he's able to achieve with it. Double AWPs coming out on the CT side, Spongy and Junior. Those double AWPs come out pretty early.
We did lose the buy here, so we're going to go for a heavy commitment. Why not go for it now on this round? Let's Triumph try and shut down Cloud9 and stop the momentum from going any further forward than this. Obviously, they will push them into an eco or a half-by, force-by style round. Hurt the economy as much as possible. Nice Molotov from MOTN to force Curry out position on the mid-stack. Mid pretty passive here for the Triumph side, but I don't think they'll need it too much. Cloud9 have oftentimes crumbled without taking that mid control. Or by taking that mid control, you know. Just pick your poison at that point. With 60 seconds left and they'll stack up towards the B-bomb site. 4 players in from the stairs, 1 still towards mid to pull CT attention away. But 2 defenders standing up here, and eventually MOTM will break away and join his teammates.
Oh, and they're seeing the gun barrel through the wood. Oh my goodness, Sheikh Zula finding 2 kills. The flashbang as well is absolutely perfect. And the gun barrel was seen, and Sheikh Zula lines up 2 massive kills to hold on to the B defense. Spongy helping him out. 5v2 Cloud9. This has been completely shut out. There's no way they can come back into this.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. MOTM and JT just left to save their weapons. 30 seconds left, and the CTs have bomb control. MOTM gets Sheikh, but Curry responds, and The bomb still sits towards him as Junior ends up with the final frag of the round. 6-2 for Triumph. Wow, I was not expecting this here, Dweg. I was not expecting this whatsoever. Triple AWP, by the way, for Triumph. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, look, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of it, to be completely honest, but if they're taking long-range fights, then why not try and go for it? Curry out in the mid phase should be able to find an opener, gets a tag, and falls back, and look how quickly he's able to fall back. Something that you couldn't really do in mid before the update, and now you can go into that sandbags position and at least play a bit more of a passive angle, and Curry finding the opener. Yes, it's against an eco, but let's see how much these AWPs are going to be able to find, Jay.
Expecting to find a lot more out of this one. Junior watching on from the ramp position. He's got plenty of T-side forces to fire, and a floppy, particular on 9 HP. Flashbang could come in from JT. No, he faces it first, and he gets taken out for his trouble. Nade to respond back, and he does take out Floppy Jr. with 2 good frags. He's got an M4 backed up towards Sandbags to try and support it here. Sonic spotted it, sprayed it, taken down. And Shake just pops out of position as the Flashbang blinds him off. OC left alone in a 1-on-5. No damage done to the CT forces till he gets that kill on Grim. And Shake will keep it that way for the remaining players alive with the CT side, with 3 AWPs still staying in for the rifle round. This will get interesting, I feel like. Cloud9 calling for a tactical timeout, and Triumph are playing like just the most confident, like, you know, team that I think I've seen currently on the likes of Vertigo, or at least for this first iteration of it, you know?
Yeah, this is the first time I've actually seen, or casted, sorry, a Vertigo game. I have seen a couple of
since the update,
demos.
we should add, by the way.
Since the update, yeah, definitely. But one thing that I am surprised about is the fact that CT... I honestly think mid is going to get taken a lot more from the T-side meta. Mid, before the update, was almost never used because you could never B split. And getting to A was just, there wasn't really any point to it. So we saw, before the update at least, we saw a lot of set pieces to A and B, maybe the fake on A and going to B or vice versa. But now with this update, we should see, at least for Cloud9, more mid control taken and more splits to come out to this B bomb side. But so far for Triumph, they've had a pretty easy time all over the map, more certainly to this B bomb side. The crossfire, a lot of the time with Spongy and Shake Zula, even with Curry being over at B, they've been able to shut it down, and Cloud9 have not found a response.
Floppy getting Spongy for 1 good pick. JT following suit on towards Grim, and that's 3 frags being found. The CT's crumbling all over the A bomb side. This is much more like it here, Cloud9. Curry left alone towards B to try and hold on to his AWP here up close against MOTM. That may be the only frag he finds, though. Taps coming in from Floppy, already made his way to the site and drops the man, dropping the AWPs, dropping the investment, and dropping a 3rd for Cloud9. Triumph, however, in a bit of a weird economy position, actually. I was going to say they'd buy it back here, but with Grim on Shake on just about 2k, they might go for an eco around this. Nope, the investment comes in from everybody.
Cloud9, how many rounds are they able to get up onto that T side? Shake Zula is only going to have that upgraded dealer. Okay, that came in relatively late, but OC going to be able to find the opening pick onto Junior, and that's a great start. That's a good opening and a good confidence play for OC as well. Cloud9 have been in not a great position in this first half, but getting an opening pick like that is got to be happy days for Europa, and they know exactly where Spongy is. There's a lot of information taken from Cloud9.
Meanwhile, Sonic aggressing into the ramp position, and now this is much more like it. You know, they took a long time to get this level of confidence back from Cloud9, as just wrecking the CT faces every single corner they turn. Grim and Spongy, 2 players left. It's Cloud9 have full control of this current round here, unless Grim and Spongy can just go massive on their respective bomb site takes. But whoever they face, it's going to be a 1-on-5 for the defense. Maybe find MOTM, sure, but that might be about as far as they go here. 55 seconds on the clock. We'll see where we go with this one. Just careful play right now from Cloud9. Don't want to make a mistake at this moment.
Pretty passive stuff, even with getting some nice openings. The execution coming out to the A bomb site, simple stuff. The A bomb site hasn't really changed too much at all. other than the wooden panel taking away a lot of the damage. That's a fake, and this is what I was expecting. A lot more fakes between the A and the B bomb side because of the fact that the quick rotates in. And look at the B bomb side; it's completely open. This is just an instant save from Triumph now.
Yeah, plant will be secured from MOTM. And we should be seeing Triumph just go for these saves here with the M4s and the Kevlar that they have. The AWP also picked up by Grim, so they have a little bit something to go here. A fourth for the T side, and one that I think has come in a little bit late. You know, again, I was not expecting Triumph to swamp their way into the CT side like this. And they may lose the AWP as well here for Triumph. So Cloud9 taking as much away from the CTs as they can, ensuring they can't grab anything else. Fourth on the board for Cloud9, and they lose all weapons. So this will be a full eco for Triumph.
I'll tell you what, Cloud9, I know that you said, Jay, that maybe we haven't seen Cloud9 at on point today, but we've definitely starting to see the confidence in some of their gunfights, and what Cloud9 have been known for, at least, is their individual fragging abilities. And finally, it's taken a few rounds, but we're starting to see a confident Cloud9 on Vertigo now.
Eco out, P250 from Grim and Corey. Last two players standing. Just trying to see if they can find some sort of crossfire towards that mid area. Nothing will be seen. MOTM around the corner. Spongy. No, he knows it. Molotov against him. Force him to peek. He'll burn alive. OC gets Curry down to the secondary kill as well towards that mid area. They're not quite ready for Shake Zula, but MOTM does respond with a very accurate flick and spray. And Junior and Grim are the last two players left standing here for the Triumph side. But it's not too surprising. Again, Cloud9 going to be looking to take control of a fifth. It's all about the rifles for Triumph going into round 13.
Absolutely, the rifle round. Let's see what they're able to achieve with it. I'd love to see that AWP back out. I don't know if they're going to have the money for it. They're actually not going to have the money for the AWP, so it's just going to be M4s across the board. Maybe even a FAMAS on a couple of the players. Grim is on 3,800. So if the M4s do come up, it is going to be a lack of utility. Going to be another half buy. I like this. That allows the double orbs to come out in the next round at least.
Saw them do well with the double orbs early on in the half, but since that point has been a little bit quiet. I say that, and Grim, it's a pick for the Triumph side. An AK recovered, and he gets the hell out of the construction area. Not even going to mess around with that position, not going to mess around with the Cloud9 squad, knowing that they are at full rifles. Still got 73 HP as well, getting away pretty light, all things considered here. Man advantage gained by the CTs, but it won't last for long. Floppy gets Spongy. See the second player on the B site. Shake's got a P250 standing back and getting picked apart. Curry will do a lot of damage towards Floppy. AK coming in here for Grim will only take a single player down. Junior left alone with a Deagle out and a 1-on-3. I mean, you know, it's a half-buy round. He might as well go for it, but OC will shut him down. And now Cloud9 will be within one of the Triumph lead with a 4-buy coming in from the CT forces. And the double orbs do come out indeed.
They do. I'm liking this double orb setup. And it's on the two newest members, Curry and Junior. But this has been, what, 4 rounds in a row now for Cloud9. You can almost start to feel the momentum starting to build. OC, let's see what he's able to establish with his AWP. So far, we haven't really seen too much from him on the T side orbing for Cloud9. Early util coming out to the A ramp for the CT side, and control taken from the Ts as well. Floppy's so aggressive early on.
Unable to find an opening kill for it though. He just gets damaged up initially against the Cloud9 side. Yeah. Ooh. AUG in for Shake, gets that first kill on Floppy. utility out from JT, and damage being sustained by Curry and Shake, but not enough to justify an overall kill just yet. 50 HP for Curry at this stage, is the weaker play at the moment. Flash out against JT, MOTM catches Spongy, getting a little bit aggressive. Shake Zula gets a pick, but Sonic's there for the quick trade. Grim also out here towards the alleyway, looking for a pick, but he can't seem to get the man down. Lots of damage done to the Cloud9 side, and they will wrap around. It's their best chance, but Curry is standing by just in case here. Grim also still sat towards the A bomb site. 2 versus 2 here on the A site. Hold. Sonic spotted, spray through, drops that bomb. They have all the info they need now with the AWP facing, but Grim getting the second kill. MOTM's left alone.
I don't know if I like that play from Cloud9. So what MOTM does is he rotates over to the B bomb site to sell that it's going to be a B fake. But for Cloud9, with at least one of their players being low, it just makes that exchange so much more difficult at A. I almost feel like if all 3 players were together, this round could have been so much more successful. MOTM going to go down in the end. And the double oops, they stay in play, Jay.
Indeed they do. Crucial 2 weapons for the Triumph side going into the final round of the half. They do win that CT half, but can they extend to 9-6? Here's the question we're all asking ourselves. The AWP comes out for OC, that's fine because there is a ton of money for Cloud9. Those rounds in a row, very confident rounds in a row as well for the Ts. The AK also in play for Grim on the CT4, so they've got a little bit extra firepower to work with, but nothing really major to cause worry, I think, for Cloud9 at this stage. The Molotovs and standard sets coming in, JT getting hyper-aggressive in towards destruction, but no one will be there to receive it. It's actually MOTM that strikes first towards mid, takes out Curry, kicks things off for the T side.
Good opening coming out from Cloud9. Flashbang Grim to try and get some information. He finds the first. He's been able to do a lot of damage in this position before, but he only finds one. Decides to fall back as well.
I like that. So smart and careful. Not going to give up kills unnecessarily. Meanwhile, the aggression from Spongy lines up 2. Not quite the third, but he's got back up there in Shake Zilla. And Triumph clean up their 9th round to close out the CT side. A big lockout on the choke point for Cloud9 and going to a short break. Cloud9 will look to... That historically has been T-sided. I think a lot of people want to know if those mid changes are going to boost Triumph's position going into their T-side half. Cloud9, though, still the favourites in this series. Are going to try and contest going into the pistol round on the defense. You've got JT with the defuse, double flash being set up here over on the rotation positions, actually. A is going to be solo defended by Sonic, and it looks like Shake's going to set up Triumph to go towards the mid position, or at least try and burst in for a split in from Mill. That's a smoke down towards the stack, actually, so already some smokes coming out to try and get them into that mid control.
And Triumph should get some information pretty quickly. This may be an A split, actually, with the 2 smokes coming off towards that B side of the map, as they're going to continue their presence through mid. What? Look at the rotate off the B bomb site. This is incredible. Triumph, what a pistol strat to come out. The CTs have no idea.
2 USP picks. Junior has the stack control. Will try facing against Floppy and take him down. The bomb plant will be secured, and they stand at 3-on-3. Cloud9 have bought themselves a chance in this one, and Floppy takes out another kill against Shake. Gets himself a second on Junior. It all stands to Spongy here on the board to try and get Triumph in with a pistol. Not quite. A good effort there, and it did force the rotations, but in the end, Cloud9 too strong on the kills and on the retake there. Getting a nice pistol to the favour of the CT side.
What a cheeky pistol round to come out for Triumph, and unfortunately, they just don't win out the gunfights. That was massive from Floppy. 4 kills from him. A definite rising star in the NA region. People have said that for a very long time. And when he joined up with this ATK lineup, I looked at it and thought, this kid is going to go far. And so far, he's shown a lot of presence since the lineup's joined with Cloud9. And we're starting to set off the pistol round. Going into the anti-eco, the buy to come up from Triumph, considering the fact, Jay, that they got the bomb down in that last round.
Now, I thought Triumph had gone for a save here. A lot of teams tend to go for the saves for the full-blown buyers in the next round with a very confident utility set to potentially AWPs. But here with 3 AKs for the Triumph side. They're going to try to force the issue back on Cloud9. I don't know if they're expecting this, but first contact against an AK will go up the ghost on what Triumph are going to do here. Cloud9 currently playing very awkward defensive positions. The deagle out from Shake will spot out the first. Not a lot of information being gained by Cloud9. Triumph are going to make their way in towards the ramp position, take contact. Junior takes that first shot. JT's going to hear the AKs, and the AK kill will come in. So a 5-on-3 game by Triumph. Rotations are thick and fast from Cloud9. In a position to defend the A site here.
Triumph are in such a good position. I wonder if we'll see any kind of a fake coming out, whether they'll fake A and maybe make some presence over to the B bomb site. And it looks like that might be the game plan.
Indeed it does. MOTM rotating back out to the B bomb site here. The Triumph side counter rotating again. Just like they did on the pistol round, but MOTM here just on the quick rotation position is going to make his way into the B bomb site in the end. Get behind this little platform area. Flashes over, Curry will first face. Grim's right behind him. They saw MOTM. They should take him down with a simple spray. Indeed, they do. A lot of damage lined up to Curry and Sheikh Zula. And the bomb plant will be secured back behind the two boxes. Floppy and OC want nothing to do with this site. They will save their weapons and concede 10 to Triumph.
Cloud9 are in a really awkward position now. There's 2 players staying alive with rifles. So they're going to have to force the next round because they'll be on double eco. But for Triumph's sake, I can't believe that they keep 5 players alive even at this point when they've got the worst spy. Like, yes, I suppose you got the AKs up because it's a force, but that was some really nice entries and some really nice picks being found from Triumph. We can definitely see that they are looking so much more sharp on this map. They've definitely put in their pre-time to learning everything about this new update, learning about the style of Cloud9. The preparation has definitely been made.
Of course, with that pistol going the way of Cloud9, the rebuy round is going to see not a lot of lost bonus going their way. $1,400 at best. And AK's in for the T side versus just the upgrade pistols, the SMGs. The 2M4 saved by Floppy and OC at the very least, so MOTM has a little bit of automatic to back him up. Those 2 pistols are the main sticking point, I feel like. And that head Kevlar is also lacking on 3 of the players, so they'll fall very quickly to Junior and Sheikh Zula. It's very careful and passive control from Triumph, expecting Cloud9 to be on a force buy. They'll be very, very careful with how they approach this.
Pretty passive stuff coming out from Triumph. Not really making a play as of yet. It almost seems like they were waiting for the early utility to come out from a ramp or even just some aggression to come out for the CTs, but Cloud9 have been really passive. I mean, they've only got 1 player at A, but JT's been really disciplined in not trying to overcommit to any kind of a fight, playing really passive and allowing that mid stack and B stack to come through. And unfortunately for Cloud9, honestly, if Triumph just commit to this A bomb site and take down JT, this could just be an instant save. They might not even rotate in to assist.
Oh, JT spotted Sheikh. I don't think Sheikh saw him. Backs up, trying to look for the headshot. He can't connect it onto Sheikh, so the Molotov will force him back away from the red box. It's OC gets the opening kill, and damage has been done. 2 frags found by the CTs, but finally the Ts will spiral this control out of control, so it's all left to MOTM. M4 could actually take 2 players down. Grim and Spongy on very low amounts of HP. Junior's on 100, and he's got an SMG to work with. I'd like to see one of those AKs passed off towards him, but neither T-side player is in position to get to him. The cross is locked by MOTM, but he'll fall back to CT Spawn, concede the 11th to Triumph. Leave this round to go and hold on to the M4 for the next one. Triumph certainly overwhelmed them, but it could have been a clutch attempt if he wanted to go for it, you know?
It definitely could have been. I'm not sure if the information was relayed over of potential low players over on that Triumph side, but it's a big risk against reward kind of factor. It's a 1v3. At least holding on to that M4 in the next round, they can half buy around it. They can actually get maybe a little bit more damage done. Try and deny this economy from spiraling out of control, because at the moment it's looking pretty strong for the T side, and Triumph are in a very good position.
It's all looking good here for the Ts, and talked a little bit about whether that T side would work well for them. It certainly has so far. Cloud9 have been struggling to respond to a lot of what Triumph are bringing to the table when, you know, given the fact that they had such a good stomping first half, and a good stomping start to the first half as well, we could be seeing history repeat itself twice in the course of the hour. We still have to see whether Triumph can close out that all-important 16th and beat Cloud9 on Vertigo here. With the eco coming through, they will take 1 step closer here, unless MOTM can do some major work with the M4, but even then you're going to be very careful about how they do this here. Wraparounds coming through towards this connector area, and they will Look into the B bomb site as they put a lot of utility over towards A, and Cloud9 are going to fall for the bait, hook, line, and sinker, stack in, probably protect the M4 as the bomb goes down, and just leave another to the favour of Triumph.
That's a bit unfortunate for Cloud9, stacking the wrong bomb site. But even still, with this being Triumph's map pick, I mean, it must be a huge achievement for this lineup if they're able to take a map off of Cloud9, considering the fact how new this lineup is. Curry and Junior joined 8 days ago. 8 days ago. And that's your AWPer, or at least one of the players that has just joined is your AWP. And Cloud9 are a very respected roster at the moment in the North American scene. Definite favourites in this best of 3 series, but what we're seeing from Triumph so far is confidence. A lot of these peaks are being won out. I've been really impressed by Grim on the CT side. He was able to get a lot of picks around the A bomb side, and look at the cleanup as well. No one goes down. Yes, the bomb radius actually takes down one player, but even with Cloud9 being that close to one another and that close to the T side, the CTs don't get a kill.
No, so there's no money going their way. There is no, rifles obviously picked up by the CT forces, so there's nothing major for them. Just going in the buy here, the M4s and lack of head Kevlar, which is fine, I think, for Cloud9. No AWPs in the server just yet, and I think that's also fine for Triumph. Got plenty of cash in the bank, and they can probably go for an AWP in the next round if they so desired. For now, it's just these default plays here. The Molotovs burning away at Cloud9. Where was that placed? Maybe that was placed over on the little corner position, just outside of the construction entrance. The nades up. Floppy's going to try and aggress, take out someone like Grim. He knows that he's there. Flash over. He connects 1, finds 2, and the aggression goes so wrong for the CTs. JT does get 1 pick back, so a consolation prize for Cloud9, but they still lost the man advantage, and JT's also been tagged up.
And that's such a heavy stack coming out to that A-bomb site. Look at Shake Zula as well, Jay. This position's just absolutely phenomenal. If he just doesn't make a sound to be able to take out this frag. MOTM actually is able to win it out, but does get overwhelmed. And this could honestly be a save call. This is a tough one for Cloud9 to try and retake.
Yeah, Junior passing that bomb over. They've already covered off the stairs entrance. Man over at the mid-stack. JT just shoulder baiting, but not pressing forward. Sonic will get taken out, and now this should be a save call. JT actually going to go for it and take a contact, but unable to get a kill out of it. And Spongy with the best position, predicting exactly where he's going to be in that CT spawn and taking him down 13-7. And Triumph continue the momentum. They just on a roll right now, aren't they?
They certainly are. It's great to see. The underdog in this best of 3 performing really well. Grim 22-10. He's having a fantastic game. You might remember Grim from Saw Gaming back in the day, Dignitas, Space Station, even the Quest when he was playing with Spongy, when they were able to beat that Cloud9 roster, which wasn't this roster, but I'm pretty sure, it was in the Cato Quals. But 13-7, Jay, this is looking to be a very dominant scoreline for Triumph on the first map. Their own map picker, Vertigo. Things are looking very strong.
The Eagles in. Grim will find 2. Nice and easy against Sonic and JT. It's an eco round again, so you're expecting Cloud9 to fall to pieces against the Triumph side. If I recall correctly as well, by the way, I don't think Triumph have taken a tactical pause. It's all been Cloud9 that have been on the back foot when it comes to their, their momentum swings, their tacticals, and of course with the scoreline as well. I don't think Cloud9 have had a lead since... Actually, no, not even the pistol round, actually. So, yeah, it's just not been a map that they want to have. And Floppy, the lone man with the AK, going to get hunted by the T's because Triumph have a ton of money. They can throw players at this man and just try and take the rifle out for Cloud9. And he's not going to get stopped in the back here by Junior. 14-7, Triumph going to win us another. Go within 2 of victory against Cloud9 on their map pick. A tactical pause will be called by the boys in blue. Their second of 4 so far on Vertigo.
And just look at the amount of kills coming out from Sonic, JT, and OC. Sonic on 6, OC on 7, and JT on 8. Very low numbers, especially with OC being your AWPer. And they're double AWPing, but MOTM and Sonic have the AWP, not even OC. What's going on here? Interesting. Very interesting. I like that they've brought the double AWPs out, but I'm surprised that we're not seeing OC picking up at least one of them.
I I think they were kind of a bit tilted at this stage, Cloud9. I mean, they were going into this one not being on the favourable map pick. I would have thought they would have still been able to force the issue out. It's not a great map for them anyway, you know. Vertigo's not one of those maps that you think, oh, Cloud9, you know. We'll be able to force the issue on the first pick for Sonic, getting Grim down. Bomb not seen just yet, so at least Cloud9 gains something going into the start. And Triumph just playing around the control and playing with their food at the moment in the ramp position. Junior watching out sandbags, but not seeing any contact just yet. The CTs have found their man advantage. They'll play the off angles and start to fall back as they get kills against the T side.
And they're just waiting for the CTs to make a mistake here. Light utility coming out. Floppy's going to swing onto Shake Zula. And at least they're still holding on to that man advantage as now. Junior going to at least trade it back, but they need to take down Floppy. That's a massive kill coming out for Curry. And Sonic, how does he escape this position? This is going to be so awkward from him. And especially with that Molotov. They know where he is.
I think he put the smoke on the initial Molotov. Eventually, Curry will get him down. OC turns around for a frag and turns into 2 versus 2 regardless here. The CT's holding on to control. AWP Junior, though, next up to face. He knows that there's one player on site. Does he know about the second man? Don't know what kind of information they've been calling in those comms, but the bomb's going to make his way back away towards the B bomb site as Junior falls out position. OC's going to hear these footsteps. He knows that they're on their way towards B, and he'll get there before the bomb does. Spongy with an AK to deal with this man. The M4 back up on the site. Spongy might go down. Junior's got the AWP. He's going to scope in, perhaps. No, smoke towards cross. Smart play. We'll secure a bomb plant. A boost up, in fact. They're going to run boost Spongy in. They'll see it. The AWP takes the first. The M4 takes the second. And Cloud9 will stay away from match points against Triumph.
Ooh, the double AWPs actually find a lot of success coming out from Cloud9. And that 2 versus 2, good hold coming out to the B bomb site. And they would have heard the footsteps of the rotate. That's why we saw them just give up the A bomb site completely and just gamble stack over to B after hearing the information. But you almost have to think that this is just delaying the inevitable. 2 more rounds is all that Triumph need.
Look at the AWP. MOTM. Getting Curry down, starting things off on the right foot. M4 back in the Floppy, following up a second kill actually, and now the Cloud9 confidence has come back to fold here. 5 on 3 in the early round. They're going to continue pressing towards B side. They're not getting any picks back. Floppy on 58 points of health. The Molotov will force him out of the big box. And back towards quad is where he'll hold on to here, but there's a lot of time on the clock for Triumph to work with. Cloud9 have still forced the issue back to a 2-man advantage, and Floppy's not going to take confident face. I'll leave it to MOTM for the next contact, taking Jake Zula down. And Triumph are falling apart in this round in a way that I didn't think we expected at this one here, Dwayne.
Well, it was a lot quicker coming out from Triumph, and it was an early shutdown coming out from Cloud9 to the B stairs area. The Triumph, they turned the pace up a lot. I don't think they expected to be such a heavy B stack to come out. Sonic's got a lot of information as well, so that allows the B stack to come out. I mean, even when they got their first kill, they had 3 players over at B, 1 looking into mid, and just a single player at the A bomb site. The Triumph, they're just looking for individual picks. Cloud9, you can almost expect they're a team that won't give up too many individual fights. They'll be peaking together. Spongy and Junior, oh my goodness, they do find 2 kills and follows up with the HE. But even 2 kills, not a bad result coming out from Triumph.
A good way to force the issue, I feel like, you know, and especially with Cloud9 still struggling with the economy basis, still walking off the max loss bonus. And we're looking at a very awkward economy state for the rebuy here. You know, it's not quite 3 players down, which would have started to limit them, but the next buy will be very difficult for Cloud9 if they lose this round, and considering the Triumph are this close towards match point as well, that could potentially cost them the entire matchup here, Dwayne. But for now, it's just defaults into the common positions here with the flashbangs over Shake and Spongy. Going to take careful control of the lower stairs. Smoke down from the CTs have left them away. The AWP's been spotted here. Sonic going to look for Junior, take him down, start things off for Cloud9. Nades up also to the bottom end of construction and just fall back into the bomb site knowing that they've got that opening kill.
And they need Grim to find some sort of opening back into the A bomb site to at least try and pull some CTs over to this position. Slow peek coming in from Sonic. Grim should be able to find the first. Does he expect JT? He doesn't, but he's able to escape out of there.
Smoke back. He's going to reface, take damage. JT knows that he's still there. Secondary kill coming in. Okay.
That scared me. That really scared me.
Calm down, Grim. Wrong target. Shake Zilla. Opening things up to the B bomb site. Does not get OC down, though. It's a 3-on-2 situation as the low HP player Steps into the backup here from the T side. Floppy gets down. Sponge uses Aldegrim 1 on 3. 2 HP for him now. It's not going to happen. Cloud9 will mop up a 10th for the CT Force, and I hear ticks in my head, so I think that maybe Triumph might be calling for a tactical pause. Maybe not. Okay, I thought for a second they were just going, you know, to try and stop things here. Cloud9, however, they've been on a roll. Triumph have been stopped in their tracks. I think right now, if anything, a tactical pause will need to be called to try and, you know, break the momentum.
Yeah. Okay, I was going to say, Sheikh Zula, I did see him write tactical in the game feed.
See, I can't see that.
Yeah, I can. I'm going to be the message man for you, Joe.
Be sure to let me know if any good banter going on. Assuming it's safe for broadcast, you know.
Yeah, no, definitely isn't.
Nice to hear, nice to hear. Anyways, Triumph taking their 30 seconds, their first tactical of this map up here, and you must be thinking they're going to start quivering a little bit. Cloud9 have come back into this match in full force.
And if it would be any team, I would have to say it would be Cloud9 that would be the ones between these two teams that would be dominant in a comeback. They've got the experience. They've played on LAN. We've seen them play top teams in the world. Astralis, NIP, when they were over at IEM Katowice. We've seen them play top teams in all regions across the world. Let's see whether Cloud9 can allow this comeback to come through. They need to face off against the Force Buy for the T side.
No, he does not do a lot of damage here for MOTM. You say Triumph, though, in a decent spot because of the fact they have got pistols on the half-buy round rather than a full-blown force. Leaning towards what should be a buy in the next round, if I recall correctly, on the loss bonus. I mean, Strakel's on 1.1, so he'll be on a bit of a weird money line for that unless he gets 2 kills in this round. And Floppy, the M4 standing by. Over off B and mid. Got a second player there for the mid contact at the end of the stack, and MOTM will be the only man defending B directly. The jump up will come through, the flashes and Molotovs going over will call those 2 players to his side. They know that MOTM's there somewhere, going to try and look for a bomb pot with the smoke. They line up, however, Floppy and MOTM, 2 picks found, Curry gets 1, Osi gets 1, MOTM doubles up, the bomb's been dropped to the CT control. And the only frag they'll find is against Floppy for this one. Cloud9 will go 11, Triumph, however, have a bye.
I'm looking to Grim at the moment. I'm looking at Grim to find some sort of opening kill, some sort of way into a round to make it successful. There's only 2 more rounds for Triumph. He's 25 and 14. We've seen good openings come out around that A bomb site. If I'm Triumph, I'm looking at him to make a play.
Curry taking that first contact for the Triumph side, though. Look at how aggressive he's going to get. Look how many players he'll find. He'll connect the spray to both of them. Cloud9 not ready for the aggression. Sonic forced back out position. Triumph, you wanted Grim to make the play. Instead, it's Curry going ham. He does get taken down, so now it might be Grim's time to shine, but the bomb is on the back of Junior. And he's going to take first face as well to the site. They'll look for the plant down there, waiting for Spongy to make his way in to support from the backstab here. And the AWP lands through the wall against Junior. 2 HP, and they're going to continue to try fight against him. Junior goes down. They've got 1 towards construction. Grim out here towards the open. Sonic drops him, and back to a 2-on-2. Cloud9 may still buy themselves a chance here. They need that second man to come here quick as possible. Spongy out towards the CT spawn, going to make his way into the back of the bomb site. They've got Shakes to play contact here, and he makes his way up close. We'll see them both line up the spray with the first man. MOTM left alone. The nades don't do the damage, and he is falling out of there. Might take Shake with him the spray through, but he's got no time to get back to the site. And we'll see match point from Triumph. A massive, massive push from Curry, getting them over the edge to match point.
That's the second rush we've seen out of Triumph. Once was over to that B bomb side, was not successful at all. There was so much util, so many flashes coming out, and Curry has a beautiful spray transfer onto that second player around that sandbags position. Now, being the youngster that he is, 17 years old, that takes a lot of skill to be able to pull off something like that. 2 massive entry kills, the assistance is there, and they get an early 5-on-2. You could not have asked for a better round to come out from Triumph. Fantastic call coming out from Sheikh Zula there. IGL realizing the situation, trying to go for a quick A take. And the double AWPs come out again from Cloud9. The second tactical timeout for Triumph. But Jay, this this is even more difficult because Cloud9 can't afford to give up any more rounds.
They're still within touching distance of this lead and this overtime here. Cloud9 still have a chance. Double orbs coming in, the regular sets of utility, the early part of things, and Triumph. Look at how quick they're going again. Shakespeare with the Galil. He's got one player close. Sonic spotted off guard, taken down. JT with the M4 next up, and he's got backup on the way, but OC only just getting to the bomb site. And another quick play out from the T side has worked well. Floppy dealt with by Spongy. Flashbang over and JT will get one. No more than that. It's OC and MOTM. 2 on 4 against Triumph. From the moment they change the pace, they do not stop with the aggression. Smokes down. MOTM still sitting back on B, but now OC's vacated A. They can walk right in.
Cross smokes coming out to the A bomb site, and for Cloud9, yeah, especially with OMTM going down, that's going to force OC to rotate over to the B bomb site. Lovely play coming out from Spongy. We know exactly where he is, and OC goes, hang on a minute, guys, they're not a B.
If only you could call for backup. Sadly, that's not going to be possible here. And there's probably no way he's going to make this round work here. Like, this will be one hell of a 1 versus 3. I don't mean to be the negative Nancy in this one here, Dwayne, but just it just seems a bit too much for my taste, you know?
And as soon as he makes these footsteps, he's going to get heard from the flag position. And I think they've already read the information. They know exactly where he is. Cloud9. Could they be going down on map number 1? Triumph's own map pick of Vertigo. It looks like it should be the case, as Curry's going to be able to find the final bullet. Jay, what a result coming out from Triumph. Very impressive stuff from them.
That was really good. I mean, it's not just the fact it was 16-11. There were certain points where I thought it may have just gone 16-9 or 16-8, you know? Like, that was so